I've been given the task of introducing Lata. She has 4 pages of biodata, which I don't intend talking about. But Lata has retired as the director of the Vedic Samshodhan Mandal here. And she is a student of the Sanskrit language, Vedas, Yajnas, and her interests are very wide, and she reads anything that comes her way. She's done the Ashtadhyayi, which is the main grammar treatises of Sanskrit, several times over with very learned scholars. So she has an overview of the subject, and so she can pick up any text and read it, and has a very deep understanding of the language. So when we thought of today, we just thought we should ask her to talk to us about Panchakoshas, and I was very lucky that she accepted it and she would share her understanding of the Panchakoshas, and we are all lucky to be her students. Yes. So we'll share. I think we are looking forward to hearing her and understanding Panchakosha from her because it'll be an academic kind of a rendering that she would come out with because of her language proficiency. She has a strength in the language, and so it'll be good for all of us to understand what Panchakoshas are. Thank you very much, Lata. And she's Bhagyalata Pataskar. I call her Lata. I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay, you sit this.
It is our bhagya to get Lata.
Yes, it is our bhagya to listen to her.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय कोटि सूर्य समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. Panchakosha Vichar or theory of Panchakosha is the topic for today. I find some of you have studied and are studying the Yoga Sutras, Yoga Sutra Bhashya. I would like to request them that keep all what you have studied under the Yoga Sutra Bhashya in the locker, lock it tightly, and now listen to this Vedanta theory. So that Yoga Sutra things and Yoga Sutra concepts, Yoga Sutra theories won't come and won't confuse us. Okay? This is from Upanishads, Panchakosha Vichar or theory of Panchakosha. And we find it in the 3 Upanishads, and later on it is developed by Shankaracharya and other Vedanta scholars. At the start of this theory is everybody tries to have Ananda. I will use the word Ananda as it is, because it is the key word of this Panchakosha Vichar. Everybody tries to have Ananda. In fact, all our life activities are directed to gain Ananda. Gain Ananda. And we come to know after some time that I tried to achieve this because I wanted Ananda. But after some time, we come to know that it is no more of that use. Then we keep it aside and we try for the another. And we try for the another. And we try for them. So, the chain of this to seek Ananda in several things, and once we come to know that it is of not use after some time and throw it away and make another thing. So the chain goes out throughout our life, maybe throughout our lives together. But there are some people who think that instead of working on this chain, that try and get ananda, and it's not of use. What we were thinking that it will give us ananda, it's not of use. Another. So why not try once only and get the ananda, which will last permanently? Is it possible? That is how they are thinking. Do you get this point? Instead of trying and throwing it away, and new thing, throwing it away, new thing, just for the sake of ananda, or in seeking the ananda, it is better, or is it possible that we will try once only, then it matters least how much time it requires. But the ananda we will get out of this will be permanent or else everlasting. Is it possible? Then they come to know that yes, it is possible. Why it is possible? It is possible because Upanishad says that the mistake is here. You are trying to gain ananda when you yourself are ananda. Correct? Ananda is not the thing which is to be gained, which is to be captured. Ananda is the thing which is to be. As one becomes or one is happy, one is king, etc., one is ananda. It is the thing which is to be and not to be gained. What we gain, the thing which we don't have, we gain it. But you are already ananda. Why do you run after ananda to catch it? It is with you. That is how Upanishads say. Then if it is with us, then why don't we understand? Why don't we realize that we are ananda? It is in us. It is not in us. We are ananda. We are. Or I am ananda. Why don't I realize? I should have realized it if it is, and if you are saying it true. As if the person is asking to Upanishads. Why don't I realize? Had I been realizing it, I would not have run after this and wasted my births or lives together. Then the answer comes, or explanation comes from the Vedanta. Yes, it's true that you are ananda, but you do not realize it that you are ananda. Why? Avidya. It is avidya. Where from it comes? Avidya. Now, yes, it is avidya. And it is anadi. You cannot say that it is from this and this date, but it is avidya, very powerful avidya. Avidya means the power which does not allow us to understand the real nature of the thing. Because of the avidya, you do not realize that you yourself are ananda. Avidya has two powers. One, it covers our. It covers. And the second, it imposes something. Two powers. So here avidya has covered your real nature and it has imposed something else on it, on I. Hereafter we will use the word I. So the real nature of I is totally covered, fully covered and imposed. That I is body, I is prana, I is mind, I is buddhi. And so much powerfully imposed that I is now identical with body, identical with prana, identical with mind and identical with buddhi. So powerfully, we never understand that we are different than our body. We are different than our mind. I am different than buddhi. I am different than pramans. Never, never. Even if somebody tells us, we will call him mad. Don't talk such a rubbish. But Vedantins, they say that yes, and they get irritated. Why don't you understand this? That I use the word it's different than this whole. Why don't you understand this? Once you understand this four, the as imposed one, so it will be easier for you to throw them away. Once they are throw away, then naturally the cover on it will also get with them. And then the real nature will be Ananda. But Vedantins, they say, you have to try this. Is it possible? It is possible. Very much possible. How? Then Upanishads, they say, it's possible to be Ananda. Realization itself means to be. It is not something else. Shravana, go and sit with Guru. Listen to him. Try to understand what he says. Meditate upon it. Manana, meditate upon it. Have your doubts, get them cleared from Guru. Nididhyasa, continuously think over it. Keep always in your mind what Guru says. Guru has told you that I is different and this God, etc., they are different. So many things. And then a day will come when you yourself will realize that these four are imposed ideals. They can, and it is because of avidya, misunderstanding. Avidya itself means, vida means to be in Sanskrit. Vidyate means it is. And vida also means to know. So avidya itself means which is not there. But we take it as if it is there. So it starts from avidya itself. Anyhow, then avidya will get removed. Once avidya will get removed, then I is there. Ananda is there. Then the way is Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. And out of some theories that Guru tells us, in his discourse, our Upanishads have told them, the foremost theory is Panchakosha Vichara, a theory of Panchakosha. One of the foremost theories to realize that I is not body, etc. And I is Ananda. Okay, this much is clear. Then, this we find in the Taittiriya Upanishad. In fact, it comes in the context of creation. How this word has come into, has manifested. The word there is manifested. Etasmat atmanaha akashaha sambhuta. From Atman, Paramatman, elsewhere the word Brahma is used. Manifested Akash, Akashad Vayuhu. Is it okay? I use the same these words. Akashad Vayuhu, Vayuragnihi, Agnehi Apaha, Adibhya Apaha means water, water soup. Adibhya Prithvi, Prithvibhya Oshadhayaha, this botanical word. Oshadibhyah annam, annad purushaha, the living being. Tasmat, because the Purusha, the living being, it has come from Anna. Not only Anna, all five elements are there. Akash and Tej and etc. Has come from Anna. It is Anna Rasamaya. It is out of Anna. Rasa means essence. It is made out of Anna. It is made out of Anna. So the Purusha is Anna Rasamaya. The word comes first time that. And what is the meaning of Anna Rasamaya Purusha? Because our body is what is the result of what we eat. It grows with the food. It sustains with the food. And ultimately, when everything is over, after the last breath, it again goes into the food of somebody. But it becomes food. Anna. Not only this Purusha is born out of the Rajobhirya, that blood and semen of the parents that have eaten the food. So it is out of food, sustains food, grows with food, enjoys food. So therefore the body is Annamaya. What this body comprises of? Is several parts, limbs, what we say limbs, huh? I don't say organs. And then Sapta Dhatu, blood, bones, etc. So this is Anna-rasamaya body, Annamaya body. Okay, is it clear? Inside there is Anna. Okay, we understand. That body you can examine, you can open, you can cut. You have the laboratory reports or pathological reports of this body, of this kosh, Annamaya kosh. The word kosh is used by Shankaracharya first time, huh? Adi Shankaracharya. Upanishad says Anna Rasamaya Atma. The word Atma here means Sharira. What? So this is about the Annamaya kosh. Can be seen, etc. Then further Upanishad says, Tasmadva etasmad annarasamayaha maya purushat abhyantaraha anyaha. Inside this another Atma, that is there, body is there, which is called Pranamaya. Pranamaya body is inside this Annamaya body. Abhyantaraha, antaraha, inside. Very beautiful word is used here. Tena eshaha purnaha. With this pranamaya body, the annamaya body is complete, full, solid. It's not the samosa and inside it is something and very keratin. No, not at all. It is a cube of sweet or that, how do you call it, cake, something like that. It has length, width, height, okay, outside features, and inside the stuff is there. You will not find even a smallest place there of this cake where the stuff is not there. Pranamaya kosh is like this. The relationship between Annamaya kosh and Pranamaya kosh is like that. Annamaya kosh is not hollow. It is full. Tena eshaha purnaha. It is complete. It is full with the Pranamaya kosh. With the Pranamaya. Then what is this Pranamaya? 5 pranas. Prana. Air going inside and coming out. Apana. That is the force. The prana here means the force or the energy that functions. 5 functions. Prana is one, but depending on the functions, these are five names. That which comes and goes is prana. That which pushes the waste downwards is apana. That which brings something up. For example, I am speaking. The pulmonic air stream is being pulled up or hiccup, etc. That is udana. Then the essence of what we eat, who supplies going everywhere? Sama. That is the sama. So, energy supplying force, you can call it. And Vyana. Vyana first segregates Jala Anna, means solid portion and liquid portion. This is Vyana. And there are 5 Upapranas, which also, for example, we blink, that is Dhananda Prana, like that. And 5 Karma Indriyas, they consist, they make this Pranamaya Kosha. 5 Karma Indriyas, hands, feet, speech, upastha, and 5. Organ of generation, organ of excretion. So these 5 are karma indriyas and 5 pranas. Together is pranamaya kosha. It functions. We see, we can understand, we can realize their functions. Functions can be tested also, whether it works or not. Okay? Good. But how they function? How I lift up this? This is pranamaya kosha and pranamaya kosha. How I lift? Who has ordered this to lift it up? And who told that it is something which I want and therefore lift it up? I have to lift it up. There should be somebody who might have instructed or guided to this action. Okay, then this Upanishad says, inside this pranamaya kosh, there is manomaya kosh. Manomaya. Same, tena eshaha purna. Full, complete. There is no hollow place that there is pranamaya kosh, but there is no manomaya. No, there is prana and there is no manas. It's not that. Never. Well, sometimes it is, but it should not. This time, what shall I say? Nobody should experience this time, this situation, that there is pranamaya and there is no manamaya. There is annamaya, there is no pranamaya. So Vedanta Guruji says that don't wait till that situation comes. Okay, we will see it later on. But it is Manomaya Kosh. Manomaya Kosh comprises of mind and 5 organs of sense: eyes, ear, tongue, nose, and skin. We hear, we see, we taste, we smell, and we touch. These are the 5 organs. Now here, we have to understand the Vedanta theory or Vedanta concept of antahkarana. Okay. Vedanta says that these 5 organs of knowledge, sense, how do they function? They collect the information from outside. See, the flower is outside, I smell it, it's it. But who processes it inside? Then the answer they got is, it is antahkarana. Karana is again indriya, organ, inside organ which processes it. All what the information which is collected by these five organs. Still, the point is how they collect this information. Then Vedantis say that this antahkarana has four roles. Depending on the roles, the names come up. I'm one person, okay, but at home my role is different. Here my role is different. Elsewhere my role will be different. Accordingly, I will be addressed. Okay, is it clear? So that antahkarana also plays four different roles, and accordingly we give it names or titles. One of its roles is, and it's very, very subtle. And the word is dravibhuta, just like a flow of liquid water. This is like anta. This antahkarana, with this organ, sense organ, say organ of seeing, eye, goes out, wraps the entire thing, comes inside. This function of antahkarana or this role of antahkarana or for this particular role of antahkarana, it is called manas. So mind goes away, out. How mind goes away? Through the sense organ. Then Vedanta concept of organ is, it is not organ. It is a part of the body. Upanga. Or golaka you can call. The indriya, actual organ is somewhere inside. This is the place where that indriya, netra indriya, is placed. Netra indriya is not here. Is not here. This is the place where the netra indriya is placed, is fixed. Therefore, we mistake that it is netra indriya. No, it is golaka. Therefore, sometimes the golaka is there, this upanga or this part is there, everything is there, but no sight. It is because the indriya is not present. Same happens with all five. So the indriya is something else. Then the question is asked, can we see that indriya if we dissect the body? Vedanta answer is no. You cannot see that. It is a sort of energy, shakti, force, and it works there from that. All what you get through the dissection, this is all Vedanta says. The science might have developed to that much extent that it may now finding out that indriya, according to Vedanta, where it is, and repair it. But Vedantins, they say that it is the force, it is the energy, it is the power that functions through it and brings the information. Okay, there is something in front of my eyes. This is the information brought by this indriya or by the mind. This is something to my left hand. This is something to my right hand, etc. I am smelling something. I'm tasting something. I hear some sound. Something, not specification, not at all. Okay, but we need the specification. Unless we need the specification, we cannot work. Who does that specification? Same antahkarana inside. When the antahkarana analyzes that information, data, and says that in front of the eyes there is laptop. Okay, laptop. Not so now there is no something. It is specified, it is determined, it is decided that there is laptop in front of me. This decision, specification or determination, whatever is antahkarana, the role of antahkarana doing so, that role is named as buddhi. So after inside manomaya kosh, there is vijnanamaya kosh. Vijnana means buddhi. Vijnanamaya kosh is also comprised of buddhi and 5 sense organs. Same 5 sense organs. But here 5 sense organs are directed. Go and see. And mind just goes with them and brings the information. Okay, have you followed it? These 5 sense organs are with mind also, in that kosh also, and also they are with Vijnana. So, Vijnanamaya kosh, Antaraha Vijnanamaya. Again, inside the mind, Manomaya kosh, there is Vijnanamaya kosh. So, Annamaya kosh, Pranamaya kosh, Manomaya kosh, and Vijnanamaya. Okay, is it all right? Fine. So this is the buddhi. This function is called buddhi. So far we have seen what antahkarana does is manomaya, mana going away and bringing the information, analyzing the information, and definitely arises on the conclusion that it is, see, this and this, and the color of this is like that, etc., etc. On what basis the decision is taken? Is also the thing. The decision is taken again on the basis of the data provided by another role, which is called chitta. Chitta stores this, everything it has. Even chitta has the storage because of which we are able to speak. It is memory, so to say. Storage of memory. So when chitta gets damaged, unfortunately, they cannot speak, those people, because when they want to say, I am hungry, somehow they utter the word I and forget. Once the word is I, and once we have the word I, we say am. Then we say hungry. I am hungry. But after I, they don't know what to speak. So, this chitta is something which provides data from the memory, buddhi. Okay, it is. So, that role is called chitta. Now, the question is, how this Vijnan or buddhi is capable to do these things? It itself does so. No, Vedanta says that it can't do it. Why? Array. We already told you that it is these are the imposed entities on Ananda. They don't have their own existence, and because of avidya, they have come over there, this body, etc., etc. How can they take decisions? How can they determine something? How can it provide the memory? How can it move? They don't do it at their own. Then, how everything? Vedantins have thought about the body a lot, because for them, body is the only means of doing sadhana and to achieve is Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. It's the only means we have. So they have thought about this very to great extent. Then another theory comes inside. How the theory explains how this Vijnan or Buddhi analyzes. Once it analyzes, then it instructs that these are the glasses, you need it, stretch your hand, hold it, etc. etc. These instructions are given by Buddhi. Then, another thing. Once Buddhi gives these instructions, I'm happy with it. It is pricking. I don't tolerate it. I'm not happy with it. All these happiness, not happiness, this depression, frustration, greed, all these things, they dance on the stage of minds. Sukha, dukha, nirasha, and then hunger, anguish, eagerness, all these things. Only when this Vijnan functions, after the function of Vijnan, after the function of Buddhi. And Buddhi functions with the information supplied by this Chitta. Same Antahkarana, Man, Buddhi, Chitta. All these three, they are Antahkarana. These are not the parts of the Antahkarana. These are the roles of the Antahkarana. Antahkarana is one. And one more role of the Antahkarana is Aham, I. The word is used as ahankar. Ahankar, otherwise in Marathi, means ego. But it doesn't mean ego in this sense, in that sense. Kar is the suffix which is added to the word to indicate that word only. Omkar means om. Kokar means ko. Akar means ko. So ahankar means aham. Aham is I. Jesus. Aham Bhagyalata. I am. So aham is I. And all the time is I is there. Okay, is it clear? I see means mind going out and wrapping it and coming back. The information is analyzed and the decision is taken from the data provided by Chitta, and I see the laptop. I hear, etc. etc. Even if I tell you that there is war going on between Israel and Iran, then you will ask me, then where I is? I told you. Because I understood, I read it, and I want to tell it to you. So even if I am not using the word I, or you are not using the word for me, to you, etc., and just told that war is going on. For example, there are news where I is there. I am listening to the news. Huh? So I is always. This is the Anta. One, Buddhi, Chitta, and Aham. Ahankar. Now, how it functions? The answer by the Vedanta is very amazing answer. They are jada, material, imposed one, avidya, outside effect, and they are going to destruct one day or the other, demolish one day or the other. Then how this happens? We say that it is the Chidabhas. The word used is Chidabhas. And there is one word, Kutastha. I remember. Have you kept your Yoga Sutra and Bhashya aside? See, everybody has his own house and customs. Na? That Yoga Sutra's house is different. Vedantis have their own house, they have their own culture, they have their own food and customs, etc. Now we are in Vedanta house, so better keep that Yoga Sutra house. We are talking about Chidabhas. Vedantins have arrived, or the Upanishad seers have found this. And there is no doubt, they have no doubt at all that this entire world is nothing but Chaitanya. Is Sat, Chit, and Anand. These are not the attributes. Had they been attributes, then they will be parts. Here is Sat, there is Anand. No. Just because we want to describe it, we want to describe it. It is in fact beyond description. It is beyond language, it is beyond mind. They have one saying that at the beginning of this, the Upanishad says, remember, yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha. We are talking about the entity where from the language comes back along with the mind. And one more point I forgot. This manomaya kosh, the language comes there. Annamaya kosh has nothing to do with the language. Pranamaya kosh has nothing to do with the language. Only when it's Manomaya kosh, the language comes. And Upanishads has very good, very beautiful ideology for these koshas. Huh? They have imagined the koshas in form of a bird. We might have imagined the koshas, the sheep. Na kosha means sheep. The children have a game, a cylinder, hollow cylinder, inside another, inside another, inside another. This type of ideology we maybe have. Or that the tapeti, small box, then another small inside. Exactly, it should be exactly not very small. Otherwise, there will be some place, and teacher will say, no, try another one. So this type of ideology we have when we think of this. Upanishad doesn't. The ideologies of the bird. And then Upanishad says, for this Manomaya kosh, Rigved is its Shiraha, head. Yajurved is Dakshina, right wing, and Samaved is Atharvaved is Samaved is left wing, and then further it says other Atharvaved, yes. Pucham Pratishthaja, Pucham Brahma. He says that Brahma is its another picture. Pucha is tail, but Pratishtha means that which gives the stability. So all this has to do with the language. Rigved, Yajurved, Samaved, Atharvaved. So Manomaya kosh, the language comes. Now this Brahman, about Brahman we were talking. These years they are pretty sure, are experienced that it is everything is Brahman. Sarvam Khalidam. Let it be with you. Sarvam Khalidam. What is this Brahma? Sarvam. But at least tell us. How can we realize it? How can we experience it? Then they say, you want to experience? Yes. It's. You say it's. It is. It is. I am. You are. This is factor is Brahma. So everywhere there is it. No? If at all you are saying that it is not there, it is there. You are talking about the abhav of is only when you know is. You cannot talk about the absence of something which you do not know at all. So they say you want to know Brahman. Okay, is Sat. Got it. Then, okay, it's all right. No, further. Chit. Stone is there, bird is there, small insect, we are blind, etc. What do? They move. They are vital. And what about the stone? Yes, also. It's also vital. How it is vital? Then the Vedanti would say, call one Shilpakar. He sees what Chetana there. And he brings out the Vigraha or idol from it. So it means if he sees and you don't see, fault lies with you. But there is Satchit. And what about Ananda? Then Vedantins they say, even Upanishad also this implicitly we find it in Upanishad. Asti Bhati Priya. Upanishad says, everywhere, everything, take everything. Somebody likes it. So the element of Priya, belovedness, like, is there in everything. Everything. If you don't like it, somebody else likes it. Then Guruji, who was teaching us, he told. Once a person asked, what about the lion? Do we like it? Or the demon? Do we like it? You don't like it, but the lioness likes it. Same is the case with demon. So everywhere there is this element. This is Anand. Yes, element is. Maybe in very fade or poor degree, but Ananda is everything. So the Vedantin, on the basis of Upanishad, they say that now we have arrived at the conclusion that the entire world is Brahman, that is Satchit Anand. Yes. But we were asking you how it happens here when this body is matter superimposed, according to you it is imposed, and how it functions. You are talking about Brahman. It is everywhere in body, in prana. You told us few minutes ago that this body and etc., they are avidya and they are going to destruct, they are going to demolish, and now you are telling that Brahman is everywhere. Then Vedantin tell us, try to understand. What it happens. ये काढू है.
काच दिसत नाही.
They say, he told you that Brahman is everywhere. But for your understanding, let us imagine that there is kutastha aspect of Brahman. One aspect of Brahman is kutastha. And that kutastha, it is Brahman, it is Chit, that is Prakash, light, Jnana. It reflects in Antahkarana. It reflects in Antahkarana. When it reflects in Antahkarana, it reflects in Antahkarana when the Antahkarana is very pure, of Sattva, Sattva guna means the most pure thing. And prakash, antahkarana is formed out of the sattva of all 5 elements. Each of the element is comprises of 3 gunas according to this theory: sattva, rajas, and tamas. Antahkarana is of means major portion of this antahkarana is of this sattva guna. Because of the sattva guna, there is a reflection of this kutastha. And because there is a reflection of this kutastha in the vidyan, in the antahkarana, that is in the vidyan, that reflection is called chidabhas. So kutastha, along with the reflection, suppose kutastha is not there, there would not have been reflection. So kutastha, but it kutastha doesn't do anything. That sun do it is there. And just its reflection, it is called jiva. This is the word with which we are familiar. This is jiva. And this jiva, vijnana, this jiva thinks that I am prakash. When it is not prakash, it is the reflection. It is the bimba and pratibimba ideology is taken. Bimba is the original thing, pratibimba is the reflection. So it is in fact the reflection. The reflection is spreading light. And it says that I am spreading light. And the light has come from another source. And this Vijnanamaya kosh, just like Tena idam purnam or Tena ayam purnaha, it's has pervaded this manomaya, and then manomaya has pervaded pranamaya has pervaded this annamaya, and so they say that there is Chetana. In fact, it is Chidabhas. Okay, it is not actual, this Brahman, it is the Kutastha, reflection of Kutastha. And what is Kutastha? Again, they say, Vedantin say, you don't understand Brahman, this technical term. Okay, do you understand Kutastha? If I explain it. Kuta means that
Anvil.
Anvil. And this person hits it, but it doesn't move. And there is no effect of that hitting on that. Similarly, all the activities of Vijnanamaya, all the activities of Manomaya, because of Vijnanamaya, Manomaya, because of Vijnanamaya, Pranamaya, because of Pranamaya, Annamaya, all the activities they go on, but no effect, none of them affect this. Therefore, it is Kutastha. So they assumed that Kutastha, and then Kutastha is nothing but Brahman. But for this, to understand this theory, they have assumed it Kutastha, and they say that Kutastha is reflected in Antahkarana. Why? Antahkarana and this Antahkarana, all this chain has come out of avidya. So finally, the statement is Kutastha reflected in avidya. Okay, is it clear? Because of this, it says that I am Prakash, I am Chit, this Antahkarana or this Vijnan, and goes on doing what it wants to do. In fact, it is Vijnana. And when you remove those koshas, then you will come to know Antahkarana is that Vijnanamaya kosha. If it is removed, then the reflection, where will it go? In Kutastha. So the finally comes to know Aham Brahma Asmi. Anyhow, the Aham, we are talking about Aham, is covered with avidya, by avidya, and these things are imposed. So this Aham says, I am body, I am pran, I am this, I am that, and so the diseases of body, I don't feel happy, I have this and this illness, some disorder in prana, I cannot breathe, disorder of buddhi or understanding, I don't understand, etc. comes. So everything related to this anna, prana, mana and vijnana, this I takes on it when they are not of I. These four are below. Then what about the Anandamaya? Upanishad says inside there is Ananda. Inside the Vijnanamaya, the last kosh is Ananda. Anandamaya, in fact, is not the kosh in the sense these are the questions. Anandamaya is vritti. Antakarana, it is. Anandamaya is called. And where the vritti lies, these are in Antakarana. But the part where the vrittis happen is called buddhi. Part of the role of Antakarana where these vrittis occur and go is vijnana or buddhi. But in relation with the vritti is activity. It is called anand. It is not always there, always this anand. Then Upanishad says only when something gets something which is long felt, desired or desired, then the vritti comes up. That is ananda. One sees somebody after a long time, and they say that these moments of vritti of ananda inside are punya phala. This is the word of this Vedanta. Somebody might have done something good and therefore such moments occur or occasions occur, and they say that Mod, Pramod and Amod, these three are the stages of this ananda. Seeing somebody, beloved one, getting something and experiencing or enjoying something which we like to enjoy. These are the moments called Ananda, Mod, Anand, Amod and Pramod, which are the vrittis of Anand. Then, 11:30. 10 minutes, can I take? Now, our question is okay, we got it. Are you there? Koshas and Anandamaya and Shrit and how it functions because of Chidamas. Now tell us, do we understand it separately? Answer is yes. Yes, we do understand it. How? Sit 24 hours in this position without moving your leg. Then you will experience that it is asleep. And now you don't say, I can't move. You say, my leg can't move. You are separate. And leg is separate here. Or unfortunate occasion, paralyzed person. Limb is there. Annamaya Kosh is there. Looks like that. Wants to move. I want to move it, but I cannot move it. Will you help me to put this here? So I is different and this Annamaya Kosh is different. But the situation is unwanted. Third instance I will give you. Have you carried a child in your hand? When child goes fast asleep, you feel it heavy. Somebody should help me that my hand is now paining. The child is sleeping. But when the child is playing, you have held it and have moved along, that time you didn't say so. It is because when the child is awake, it holds its own body. There is tadatmya, identification of that chidabhas, that vijnan with the body. It itself holds its body, and so it is not heavy. But when it sleeps, the one who was holding the body, in fact, has gone into sushupti. It is the moment, sushupti. Now there is only that annamaya kosh, and you say that very heavy, somebody heavy. See, sir, whenever you are holding the slept child, deliberately experience it. Or when you sit for the meditation, the teacher will tell you, keep your body relaxed. We are asking you for the meditation. Keep your body relaxed. It is because he wants us that remove your that chidabhas from your body, and so that we can work on it. So this otherwise, in this situation, as it is, I identified with the body. But when in the relaxation or something, I gave you the examples. Here we experience that we are, I use the word it's, I is different from body. Annamaya. Vedantins tell them that do this practice, and then you will realize that this Veda, this I is different. Then what about prana? Yes. See, going and coming, vipassana. Who sees it? As it is, I don't understand. I'm breathing and exhaling, inhaling, don't. But when she says, sit quietly, then who is observing? I is observing prana. When there is disorder in the body, the pathological reports are normal. When one person feels some disorder, I'm not well, I'm etc. etc. Then go to pathology, all the report, the file, and doctor says everything is normal. Everything is normal, and still I am not feeling good. Then one of your friends say, go to these ladies. They will teach you pranayama. Now you are treating that pranamaya kosh. You are not treating that annamaya kosh. You are treating pranamaya kosh, and then, okay, pranamaya. So pranamaya kosh is different than I, different from I. Person is doing pranayama sincerely, seriously, regularly. The reports are normal. Still, family members say that he is very trouble. He is not happy and he doesn't allow us to live happy. What is wrong with this? Wrong is different, disorder in manomaya. So, somebody suggest, if it is the case, why don't you go to counselor? Who is going to treat the manomaya? Because your reports are normal. You do the pranayama, and still your family members say that not happy, he is not happy. It's all the time complaining. Okay. Still, counselor advises something. Okay. But still, that is very intensely happening. Then it is better to practice dhyana meditation. Go to somebody. To go to some temple. Why? Because the family members say that he doesn't understand the things properly. his perspective always imposes his perspective of the occasion or the things around on us. Doesn't understand that we have our own opinion, etc., etc. So somebody is wrong in his in understanding, in interpretation the things, interpreting the things. So the Vijnanamaya, and we also, when we see for the manas, these things, we see for the meditation, he says that just sit and see the thoughts coming and going, coming and going. That time, if we realize it, we realize that I is different than Manomaya. Okay? Is it clear? Then, do we realize that Vijnanamaya goes? Very much. Very much. But you should not realize it. I will give you the instances. Phone comes. You will get the OTP. Kindly share the OTP to us. Okay. OTP is shared. Next time, line up on some. How it happened. And then the person says, I was not that. I never do these things. I'm always very alert. I don't know how it happens. Arey, why I was not that? You got the phone, you heard the voice, you heard what the person is telling, you read the OTP, so it was working. You told the OTP, so it was also working. And you say that I was not that. Were you sleeping? No. Were you not in the house? No, I was in there. You were there. Were you lying unconscious? No. Were you under heavy alcoholic effect? No. It is the Vijnanamaya course doing all these things, and I was away from that Vijnanamaya course. Such things should not happen in fact, but we read here and there that. So these are the things where Vijnanamaya course is separate from I. How it is separated, that is another thing, but it can be separated. The Vedantis, they say that it is separate. Try to understand it, then you will understand. That's only what they want to tell. But we say that how do we understand? At present, there is fix or very fast identity with these five koshas, so we don't understand. Then what about Anandamaya kosha? Yes. You also can understand. How? I will tell you the instance. My husband used to come from Mumbai. He used to go and come. When he used to come, my 2-3 years son, very excited, dancing here and there. He doesn't know what to do, how to receive him or welcome him. Very happy, very excited, catching him down, jump, etc. Was not I happy? I was also happy. I was also happy, but not like that. His antahkarana, where the Chidabhas is there, and one of the quality, I will say quality of Chidabhas is Ananda. So Ananda is fully reflected there. How shall we say, clearly reflected there in that Chidabha. And why not in my antahkarana has layers of worries, so late. You have to take dinner, food is getting cold, night, etc., etc. So there were layers of worries and worries and worries. So the reflection was not that much clear. Chidabhas, the reflection was not. But if I sit, then I will come to know that yes, because of that. So Anandamaya is also can be very, very understood. So this is the theory of five as Panchakosha Vichar, and the Vedantas say this is very much useful for sadhana. What ultimately the sadhana is? Sadhana is understand them separately. Once you separate them, understand them separately, you can remove them, and then you will come to know that I am. You will have the realization of I have. Ananda. That is what they say. Then small part. Same type of annam brahmeti vyajanat, prano brahmeti vyajanat, mano brahmeti vyajanat, prano brahmeti vyajanat, vijnanam brahmeti vyajanat, anando brahmeti vyajanat occurs in the same Taittiriya Upanishad elsewhere. Another chapter. It is called Bhargavi Varuni Vidya. Means this Bhrigu, Varuna, his father, instructs him. Bhrigu asks him, how do we understand Brahman? He guides him that I will give you the guideline and go on thinking here, where from everything comes, because of which everything sustains, and then ultimately it goes inside, disappears inside. That is the get this key and try. Then he practices penance and he comes to know that Bhrigu, Annam Brahmeti Vyajana, everything comes out of Anna. Like that, he applies that aphorism to it, that model to it. What the father says, try some more. Then Manaha Brahmeti Vyajana, and finally he says Annam Brahmeti Vyajana. Then father doesn't tell him that. Go and find out. This Ananda, this third Ananda is Brahma. Actual Ananda, the attribute Satchit Ananda, that Ananda. When that Bhrigu understands this, then that chapter, small chapter, ends with one Sama. Ha, vu. That Sama is just the expression of Ananda. So these Anna, Pran, Mana, etc. also occurs in that sense, but just the context is different, the things are same. This is the learning technique from simple to difficult. Unknown, who knows, etc. So this is about this Panchakosha Vidya, our Panchakosha thought. Shri Ram. Thank you very much. Interesting.
Thank you.
If anyone has any questions, we can open it up to questions.
And like you said, Vid is to know or to be.
To be and to
And
know.
to know. What is Vigyan then?
Vijnana is also from Vida. Vijnana means knowledge, otherwise, but technically, Vijnana means buddhi. This is Vijnana is also technical term. Vijnana is also simple word occurring in the lexicon. So lexicon will give you different entities. Vijnan 1, knowledge. Vijnan 2, special knowledge. Vijnan 3, buddhi.
So in Vijnanamaya also there is a Vidya.
There is Vijnan because buddhi has the reflection of that Kutastha. And Kutastha is Satchit Ananda, and Satchit Ananda itself means Jnana. Jnana is not different than Satchit Ananda according to me.
So the level of or the degree of avidya in Vijnanamaya is lesser than other
No,
pushpas?
degree is equal.
Equal?
Degree is equal. Avidya. Even they say that the reflection of this Brahman in avidya is Jiva. Now we have seen that. And reflection of Brahman in Maya is Ishwar. So Ishwar is also avidya, equally avidya.
Pran, is it connected to the rest? Does it make the brain work or is it detached? Pran. Is it connected with Brahma or makes the body connect with the brain? Pran is important or not?
Yes. In the context of this theory of Panchakosha, prana is the force. okay, which enables these limbs
Yeah.
to function. And why it enables? It is because of the Vijnan instructs Pran, do it like that. This is the Panchakosha theory. Now, the word prana, just like this Vijnan, is separately used. Separately, why it is separately used as the sense which you have asked? It is because actually whom we find moving and why we find moving, it is because of the prana. We see. Breathing. Even Shankaracharya says that as long as there is prana, there is life. So it means that this prana is equivalent to life. So when you say that prana is connected to everything, this is in fact the Chidabhas. The word prana is used for Chidabhas, which is connected in this sense, connected to all these entities. So prana has two meanings here. One is the pranamaya kosh, 5 pranas, 5 upapranas, supply the energy, etc. And prana means the chidabhas, that is a vital force. Because there is chidabhas, everything works.
What is the breakup of the word Chidabhas?
Chit abhas. Abhas is illusion.
Okay.
This chit is an illusion.
No, Abhas.
Chit.
Space illusion.
Abhas is illusion.
Illusion.
Chit is Chaitanya.
Theory.
Ah.
The combination of words.
Yes. Abhas means illusion of Chaitanya. Illusion of
Illumination.
Illusion.
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 Illusion is idea, no?
No,
No,
illusion is Maya.
Like Maya.
Maya.
Illusion is Maya. Is,
Yes.
Well, it feels like I am Chit.
So it's illusion. It's not hard to.
That's what you were saying was reflection.
Reflection, not actually.
Maya. Yes.
Food for
So on behalf of everyone, I would like to thank
I should thank
for coming
you.
and illuminating us on this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Beautiful.